What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Squelch Panda here, back at you with another Gfuel review. Today we're going to be continuing our Ghost Gang flavor reviews. Today we're doing Inky, our last new flavor for us. I've had the last one, which is Blinky, strawberry banana. I've had it before in the packets and stuff, so I have an idea of how that one's going to be. But I've never had this one before. So Inky is supposed to be a crushed tart candy, and the previous flavor that was this was brain matter. It was a holiday flavor that was inspired by FaZe Rug, who's part of FaZe Clan, who FaZe is no longer with Gfuel. But at the time, he had a secondary flavor besides his primary flavor, which was sour chug rug. Great flavor, definitely recommend. It's a sour raspberry, but it's not too sour. It's just the right amount of raspberry taste to me. But we're not talking about sour chug rug today. Today we're talking about Inky. Let's pop this open, give it a nice shot. I am really excited to get this going. I have, since the last time that I made a video here, I've gotten a few things in, ordered some things, waiting for everything to go good. But before I get to Inky, let me show you all some of the new stuff that's coming in, and then we'll get to reviews of that going up. So we've got this King of Spades flavor, which goes with my Queen of Hearts, which is a review that's going to be up hopefully soon. Maybe a little bit longer. You can get through a lot of flavors. This one is a blackberry apple. Sounds really good to me. I'm hoping it's going to be pretty good. I do like apple flavors. A lot of these apple flavors have been kind of like mixed with stuff. There's a grape banana apple that's coming out soon. Looking forward for that. But just blackberry apple, this sounds great. And whenever I ordered that, along with a shaker cup that I got, I also got this Binding of Isaac's flavor in. The previous one, which was Isaac's Tears, had more of like an angelic view to it. Isaac, wings and all that, very harmonious. While this one is a lot more on the more sinister and devilish side of it. Little thingy there. Got all the little monsters. Binding of Isaac is not a very pretty game in the morality sense. Yeah, you got this cute little devil dude right there. Got the horns and everything. That dude's got an object in him. Yeah, this one's a crayon raspberry. Once we get to that, don't want to get too much into it. And then, of course, we have this Contra flavors coming out. This one's going to be Mandarin Orange. And some Contra stuff there. But it gives you a little idea for next time. But right now, we're doing Inky. Not trying to get off course, just trying to give you a little heads up, sneak peeks, if you will. But, yeah, we got our Isaac Shaker Cup. Kind of wish the brim... We'll get to that. I'm giving away too much already. We don't need that. We don't need me giving away the secrets. So we're gonna pop this bad boy open, get a little around the rims, and spin it. Oh, and of course, if you haven't seen any of the previous videos yet, all of these, all of the 4 ghost flavors came in the same type of box, which is this Pac-Man box. Do a little quick run through of it. Down, and bottom. And they all came with this shaker cup. I wish there was some more individuality about it, but they're all pretty cool cups. Nothing really to be upset about. We got the lid off, so of course this one's Inky. He's got the blue. He's chasing Pac-Man. Everything else in the tub's pretty well the same. And the ingredients and all that, but nothing we had to worry about. So we'll pop the tab open, see if we have any powder come up. A little bit, not a whole lot. Trusty trash. Oh, and we got the top of the scooper right there, the little handle. Go ahead and pop that out real quick. You want to unpack all this packed of Gfuel, else it's going to be way too strong. All that like 2 or 3 servings in there, all packed up. We don't need that. Not to mention, this is probably gonna be like a tart, kind of strong flavor. Anyways, we really don't want to go that crazy on it. So we'll pop this tab open, give it a little spin. That. And then what I like to do is just to make sure nothing's too packed or give it like a fresh little thing. I'm going to shake it up. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake the Gfuel. Shake the Gfuel. A little tappy tap. If you didn't see there, I took off the top part because we are not using a water bottle. Most of the time I'm using my shaker cups. And whenever I do use water bottles, I have something for that, so I have no issues there. We got all shaken up, nice powder. Get a smell. Ooh! It does kind of smell like a little fruity tart candy. I mean, most of the time it's going to smell like powder because at the end of the day, if you just crush up those candies, it's powder, and Gfuel's powder, so it smells like powder, but it smells like candy powder, you know, as opposed to just energy formula powder. Right, we're gonna pop up Isaac, give him a little twist. Let's get some of this powder off of our hands. And get our scoop. For the sake of this, I'll just do the regular size. I feel like it's still gonna be strong, but we're gonna figure out trial and error. You know, you want more or less. Put that in there. Oh yeah, I forgot the flavor itself back whenever it came out was this color, and they didn't make a new formula for it, they just put it in these tubs. So even though we're drinking Inky, which is the blue ghost, it's starting to look like this is going to be green. But we're going to give this a nice shake up, and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. And I was right, it is very green. It's like Ghostbusters slime green. Very green, very bright. Look at the light coming off of it. Oh, very green. As opposed to the blue tub. But I understand. Yeah, they only had so much to work with. Crushed tart candy, still pretty good for the blue guy. The flavor's just not blue, but that's fine. We'll pop it open. Give it a sniff. Yeah. It doesn't smell how I thought it would. It still smells like, kind of candy and fruity, but it has more of a watermelon smell as opposed to, I don't know, I was expecting like a strawberry smell, just more of like a berry tart. I was expecting more of a watermelon melony smell. Very refreshing smell. I wasn't expecting that. Well, let's give it a sip. I really expected this to be, well, tart. I mean, at the end it gets a little tart, a little bit on the tongue. And it may sound weird to say this for something that's supposed to be tart candy, but I kind of like that it's not tart. It just kind of tastes like this nice, refreshing candy. Oh, I know what it is. So, if you live in the U.S. or somewhere around here, we have candies called Smarties, which is what I think of for crushed tart candy. It's just crushed up Smarties. If you live in like Canada and stuff, they have Smarties, but their Smarties is like a chocolate candy, which is fine. It's just whenever I say that, I have to distinguish So I thought it was gonna be more of that kind of like tart, Chucky candy. And what this is tasting like is the lifesaver, the fruity lifesavers. Not necessarily gummies, but just like the regular hard lifesavers. It tastes like that. Maybe once in one of those, where it's kind of got like the little bit of to it, but it's also just kind of a nice candy taste. Like grape or watermelon or strawberry, whatever flavor it has, just kind of tastes like that. You know, it's not going to have a whole lot of individual flavor to it. The grape's not necessarily going to taste like grape, but no, it's not tasting very tart to me. Maybe I went a little light on it, but even if it did, I didn't go too light. I did the scoop a little bit more than what you're technically supposed to do. So at that point, it should have been to a level of tartness that I would expect. Maybe not as tart, but still, for it being pretty good. It's not that tart, but I'm okay with that. It's just nice candy as opposed to tart candy. So I would just say crushed candy. When I sip. Alright, we got a little tart, a little bit more tart there. I like it. I can kind of balance off if I wanted it to be more tart. I could always add more powder, less water. If I wanted it to stay like how it is now, if it gets too tart, I can put a little bit more water in it, lower down the amounts. I can do all that and make it taste good to how I like it. If I end up liking it more tart than I can, and I like that. I like that even for just what it is, first scoop, it's perfectly fine. I don't feel like 2, 3, 4 scoops of it, like servings, are gonna really change my opinion too much of it. Even if it gets a little bit more tart, I'm just like, okay, well, it's a little bit more tart. If it's a little less tart, then I'm like, okay, it's not a flavor that has a whole bunch trying for it, because it's not strawberry tart candy, in which you're like, this doesn't taste like strawberry. It's just tart candy. You don't know what specific tart candy, but it tastes good. So I would say right now, I would put it in the really good category. I definitely think it's better than good. I think it's really good. I can definitely see me having this a few times. Like if I had throughout a week and stuff, having it a few times a week, depending on what flavors I'm doing. But it's good. I like it really good. Man, do I want to put this in an 8 or something? Or do I want to stick more in? I don't know. I feel like 8's high. I feel like 8's high enough. I don't feel like it needs like 7s. I feel like 7s are too low for it. I feel like 8's good. Alright, I gotta get my numbers a little bit better together. I probably don't know how many times to say this number, but no, I'm gonna go a little higher. Alright, it's not quite in God tier, but it's not quite like high, really good, because it is really good. It could be high, really good, but I don't know about that yet. We're only on the first cup. I don't think it's going to change, but it could. So what I'm going to go with is 8.6. I could see some flavors being like 8.8s, 8.9s. Just outside of that 9.0, it's puts in God tier. So it'd be like 8.6, maybe even 8.7. It's also one of those flavors like you don't know what it is. I don't know what type of tart candy it's supposed to be. I just know that it's crushed tart candy and it tastes good. I would say so far this might be my favorite out of the 3 I've had so far. Strawberry banana's good. Yeah, I feel about it. I usually prefer it in milk as opposed to water, but still pretty good. See how that one goes. But yeah, right now it's at like 8.6. 8.7. We'll go safe. 8.65, which 8.6.5. 8.6. just to be safe. I was trying to do too many points there. Out of 10. So that puts it in a really good tier. Excuse me. And it tastes really good. And I like it. This one a lot better today than I thought. I thought that it was going to be a lot more like sour, tart, mouth drying. But it's very refreshing. Kind of like if you had watermelon limeade. It's kind of like that. Kind of like the refreshing taste. Which reminds me, some people have been reaching out and asking that I do a flavor, a collection review. I'm tired. I can't remember words right now. A collection tour. Some of my cups, some of my shakers, and my tubs, and all that. And I'll probably be doing that soon. I might do that probably after Blinky, because I've got a wall of flavors that I gotta try, and that's gonna take a while. I already know that. Looking forward to it, having fun with it. And I don't want to wait until after that, because then more flavors are gonna come in, and I'm at a point right now where I shouldn't have any flavors coming in until June. So, shouldn't. Not saying they will, not saying there isn't. Shouldn't. So after we do Blinky, I'll get everything set up to try to do a little tour. Might be a longer video, but that ought to be fun. Gives me an idea, gives y'all an idea of what flavors I have, and I appreciate the feedback. I don't get to talk to everybody here. I don't get that much interaction, but for the times I do hear it, and to that one customer from my job who, who I'm talking about, you and your son, thank you so much. You guys have really helped me have more confidence in this. And for everybody that shows me love and respect here, I very much appreciate it. I always love feedback, likes, comments, subscribes, all that. Anything helps. Preferably not negative, but it's going to happen in life. But thank you all for the feedback. And after we get done with Blinky, we will try to get a review set up. I might show some of my boxes, tubs. I've got a few packs. They're kind of like set in stone packs. So just a nice little, hey, here's what I have of Gfuel. Let's have fun. And we will. Yeah, thank you for coming out. Inky was really good. We'll do one more set for the camera. Have a little bit of fun. Probably gonna finish this and make another one because this is so good. I like that. 8.6 is very much deserved. Maybe even become an 8.7. May even go into God tier. I don't know. I really like it, but we gotta have a few more times to see. And thank you for coming out. Inky was really good. 8.6 out of 10. Next time shall be Blinky. Depending on how everything goes, I might do this review tonight. Might not. Might do it tomorrow or the next day or a few days from now. Don't quite know. Try not to hassle myself too much on it. I'm still getting reviews out, having fun with it. So, I'm my own boss here. Having fun. Well, thank you for coming out. 8.6. Pretty good. And I will see y'all next time.